Good morning again. Now we're looking at video 2 in our little series here for proportions. We're going to be talking about unit rate for a little bit. All right, let's get right to it. So before we go back to our cheat sheet, we're going to go back to our packet. I know you all love the packets. Now we're talking about unit rate, okay? Unit rate. This is very important to understand this. Unit rate, okay? A rate is when you have a specific comparison of two quantities. You're comparing two quantities. Okay, so the first one, we talked about finding our pulse and you're comparing two numbers. We did that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through it very quickly. Now, if you'll remember, what I went through is I found that my heart rate was 56 beats in 1 minute. Okay, so a unit rate, okay, is going to be 56 beats. Okay, let me zoom in here a little bit. In 1 minute. Okay, yes, that word says beats. It's pretty ugly. Okay, we compared our neighbors. There was one student I think that day who had 67 beats in 1 minute. Somebody had 64 beats in 1 minute. Okay, but each of these is comparing the number of beats, and then you're comparing that with how many minutes. All right, but in a unit rate, the value, okay, the unit rate is specific because our denominator is always 1. The unit rate is a value when the denominator is 1, or it's an amount per one item, one thing. Okay, it could be 1 gallon, it could be 1 pound, okay, whatever that case might be. For example, if you go into the grocery store and you see that bananas are $1.29 per 1 pound, okay, that is a unit rate. How much is it going to be if you bought 2 pounds? Well, you'd multiply $1.29 times 2. But our unit rate, okay, I know all of you are familiar with this one. If you go to go to Brookshire's and get some gas, if you go down, it's now a Phillips 66, which is over here on Highway 450 by the interstate. When we did this previously, it was $2.25 for 1 gallon of gas. Now, I just looked yesterday, and it's $1.69 for 1 gallon of gas. This is a unit rate, okay? You also know that you have speed. You all know that speed, if you look at miles per hour, when you look at 55 miles in 1 hour, okay? That's 55 miles in 1 hour. That is a unit rate. All right, that's what's given to you. Sometimes it's fairly straightforward. Okay, now we're going to look at a few examples in just a moment of how to find a unit rate when it's not given to you. Okay, all right, so unit rate, you compare two quantities. All right, so now we're going to take a look and find the unit rate. I know you've seen this at the grocery store with your folks. Okay, so we have a 12-pack of Orange Crush. 12 package of Orange Crush is $3. Okay, then we have a 6-pack is $1.75, which is the better value. Okay, so you remember your dollars, okay, your dollars, money, always on top. Okay, your money is always on the top. So we're going to make this $3 for how many cans are in this pack? Very good, 12. So the unit rate is how you would turn this value into a 1. You need the denominator to always be a 1. So every time, okay, you divide by the denominator. Always, 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 always divide by the denominator. That's what you're going to do. Okay, so in this case, you're dividing by 12. And then here you divide by 12. So when you divide by 12, I'm going to make this easy for you. So you would say, and this is why we went back earlier to talk about adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing by decimals. So if you'll say $3 divided by 12, so $3, 3.00 divided by 12. Okay, so when you work this problem out, I'm not going to sit here and do it right this moment, but this answer ends up being equal, already have an equal sign there, 0.25 for 1 can. That would be 0.25 is 25 cents for 1 can of Orange Crush. All right. I've got a student that likes purple, so for that student, I'll use purple for a little bit. Okay, so the second one is a 6-pack for $1.75. So let's say 1.75, $1.75 for 6 of them. Okay, $1.75 for 6 cans. So how are we going to find the unit rate on this example? Excellent. Divide by the denominator. Divide by 6. So $1.75. Oops, sorry. Okay, 1.75. $1.75 divided by 6. Okay, so when you work that out, this answer will give me 0.29 or 29 cents for 1 can. So it's asking you which is the better value. The better value would be this 25 cents per can. Okay, 25 cents per can is the better value because it's a cheaper price, a lower price. Okay, that is how you find the unit rate or the unit price. Okay, and actually that's what I should have filled out right up top, and I did not. Okay, I should have filled this out, the unit price. Okay, that's how you found the unit price. I know you remember working these problems. This is the unit price. Always determine, to determine the unit price, divide by the denominator. That will make your denominator 1, which gives you the unit price. Okay, all right, we're going to be done with this video. We'll move on to the next one here in just a few minutes.